Hey, man, you know what's going on. I love my plug, the podcast. This is episode 2. You know, just kicking shit over here at I Love My Plug Content House, a.k.a. the Trap House, a.k.a. where all the artists pull up and, you know what I'm saying, record their content and get their interviews and, you know, all that good shit. I am DJ Cutthroat, your plug's plug. So that means, you know what I'm saying, whoever you been getting it from, I supply them. This my co-host, you know what I'm saying, one of the I Love My Plug anchorman. That's how I be, you know what I'm saying, we all anchorman. But you know what I'm saying, it's Julian Capo Marshall. Yeah, Julian, the two little lines, well, that's a hypothesize, right? C-A-P-O, close hypotheses, Marshall.
I ain't even gonna cap. You just did that on your own, but I rock with it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's how it showed when you established. You know what I'm saying.
Most definitely.
Fast. So you know what I'm saying. A lot happened since the last podcast. A lot's been going down. You know what I'm saying. I don't think the last time we was on here, I'm pretty sure Joe Biden was running for president, and now Kamala Harris is running for president. You know what I'm saying? And
got Megan up there twerking.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Is she black? Is she Indian?
She's Jamaican descent.
She a brown woman at the end of the day. I had the pleasure to meet her. She was nice to me. I rock with her.
Yeah,
you know,
I see y'all.
We did lunch at the Pascal's.
Yeah, I would say y'all went out lunch and everything.
Yeah, we was at Pascal's on fried chicken and collard greens. I
seen a leg up like that.
And peach cobbler.
On the seat next to you.
She AKA.
Yeah, I already know.
Skeet, you know, all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So we ought to know who you voting for.
I mean, who else? I'm going to vote for Trump. The racist. You know what I'm saying? Like, folks act like they forget what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still talk like old white people. Like, he still say, like, black people. And I think I heard him say colored before. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a bigot. So
what do you think about him opening up more jobs for black people? As far as...
I want to see the stats. It sound good. But, you know what I'm saying? I feel like most America, it really feel the same. Like, it feel the same right now as it did, like, probably in 96 when the Olympics came to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like, the amount of money you got to pay for a house is steadily rising up. But at the end of the day, ain't nobody really making that much more money. Like, for houses to be 2 and 3 and 4 times as much as they was back in the day, folks ain't making 2 and 3 and 4 times the amount of money.
Right.
Them folks ain't go from having $50,000 jobs to $200,000 jobs. No, it's still $50,000.
Well, definitely.
That's if you're lucky. You know what I'm saying? This niggas out here pulling 30s, like. But you know, that's for a whole other conversation.
Factuals.
I ain't gonna lie to you. What's up with these artists, man? You know, that's the circle that we kicking in. What's new with these artists? Tell me something new, Capo.
Well, can I tell you? Can we let them know what's going on? Because of course we got a busy month coming up in August.
It's a birthday month, ain't it?
Yeah, it's a birthday month, man. You already know from the turn 40.
Ooh,
the big 4-0.
The big 4-0.
You feel me?
Most people say that's over the hill. Do you feel over the hill?
Definitely not.
It's 40 the new 30.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. Of course, if you're not working not as much as, you know, doing whatever, so you're gonna feel it. But I don't feel, you know, like I'm old or nothing like that.
So that mean you working out?
I haven't in a minute. I've been slacking. But, you know, like I said, I stayed athletic through, you know, my early 30s. You know, from playing football and semi-pro course. Shout out Zone 1 Gotti, Free Zone 1 Gotti.
Free Zone 1 Gotti.
Be out in October.
Fast.
You feel me? So I think that definitely played a part in it. Before that, you know, I ran track and, you know, kind of stayed definitely active. So I don't think I'm your typical average 40-year-old. You feel what I'm saying?
Fact.
So, but, you know, that's definitely a blessing from God. But definitely 40, August 23rd. But what me and Cutthroat doing, we doing a little tour starting August 19th at Escobar. Also, shout out to Nemo. He definitely got something going on, too. We got Joe Gifted, of course, in the building. Everybody free to get in. Free parking, free to perform. We vibing, we turning up.
The kickoff.
Most definitely Tuesday, Candyland. Love a Hip Hop Takeover.
That's 2 Chainz strip club now. If you ain't know, if you've been living under a rock for the past, a year or so, 2 Chainz has a strip club in Atlanta. It's called Candyland, and we there every Tuesday night with 2 Chainz for the littest party in Atlanta, the Taco Tuesday. I'm talking tits, tequila, and tacos.
Nippolopolis.
Facts. Every Tuesday, pull up on
most
us.
Definitely. We got Miss Pooh from Love It Hip Hop Atlanta in the building hosting. Got Melissa Scott, of course, great DJ M, one of the biggest female event planners in the city. Runs a lot of event-based big festivals in the city. Her birthday too as well. We celebrating, hosted by Mitzi, the model, and also got Goddess Sheba and a few other special guests that's going to be in the building. Thursday, rain.
Thursday, we rain ATL, Moreland Avenue.
Lotto Savage.
East Atlanta. That shit that Gucci talking about. Yeah, Zone 6. That's where we at.
Streets 94.5. Shout out to Midwest Mile, of course, going down. Then Friday, Tiger. So
North Side. North.
You know what I'm saying?
Shouts out to the North Side. We on the Migos set.
Most definitely, man. But other than that, like I said, it's a busy month. Definitely tap in with us ASAP to get on this promo run and, of course, content at these local celebrity events that's going down in August. You said what's going on with these artists.
What's going on with these artists? Have you seen anybody that's caught your attention lately? You know what I'm saying? Like, we outside. We is definitely outside. Like, out of 7 days out the week.
You mean more so up-and-coming artists?
We guaranteed out there 4 nights.
Up-and-coming artists, right?
Yeah, you know, we always looking for the new. You know what I'm saying? Them rich niggas always gonna do what they do. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna keep going up or you gonna fall off. But I like looking for the new. You know what I'm saying? Like, who gonna be the next up? Who can we take and plug in?
I ain't gonna lie to you. Of course, more so artists that are independent and got momentum. Females definitely doing their thing. I haven't really seen any males that's catching my eye like that, or they haven't eclipsed another plateau. Old girl, I forgot my homeboy Rico. She's from Memphis. I don't know if it's new something. She got a song with Big Boogie and a few other folks I've been seeing. I don't know. I forgot her name. My bad.
Where's she from?
Memphis. You know Rico, right? That does Atlanta Hip Hop Fashion Awards.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been pushing. I forgot her name though, but she got like yellowish type hair.
We got to find the record and edit it in.
Yeah,
we gonna edit that in.
I mean, I see. Even with me, bro, I see a lot of records of artists that got a lot of, they working, but it's just the content for me. I don't know if because I'm getting older, it's just everything is just the same. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing that's appealing or gravitating towards me. But I know, of course, right now, in today's market of music and generally, of course, in radio, period, there's only one aspect of music pushed on us. You feel what I'm saying? Generally, that's negativity or a certain aspect as far as what we talking about in our music. So that would say independent artist-wise, ain't really, there's a couple.
I'm going to tell you a record that I've been hearing.
What's that?
At a lot of different clubs, especially the strip clubs. Quee and TT with they got the D4L sampled. Yeah, I've been hearing that.
I heard it.
I've been hearing that. I forgot the name of it, but I've been definitely hearing it. I heard it at Strokers. I was at Strokers Sunday. Shouts out to Strokers, East Side, Stone Mountain. I ain't been to Strokers in a while. That was my first time going to Strokers in a while. And Strokers was lit. It felt like a bigger blue flame. That would have felt like.
I guess I went on the wrong night because with a whole bunch of old cats up in there just chilling.
I went on the Sunday. Went out, left Nostalgia. I do that Nostalgia on Memorial Drive. Mm-hmm. It's like the new upscale restaurant on the east side. You know what I'm saying? But they had me in there, so we get ratchet too.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a real party vibe. So I'll be there Sunday. So you know what I'm saying? When that shut down, me and the owner, we went up to Strokers. He invited me to Strokers and took the whole little restaurant, the whole team. Man.
Oh, that's what's up.
Vibe. Yeah, nice vibe.
I think that's the day I was calling. No answer because you're using Strokers. No invite.
Nah, that was probably that day. He was working.
Yeah.
I think
he was probably busy. I wanted to go. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just messing with you.
I called you and Big Plug. Both of y'all probably was.
But just like we were saying, bro, as far as back to these artists, I generally don't have. Of course, I love artists. I've been doing this, for a while, dealing with artists. It's just more so my situation is a lack of education and the aspect of understanding relationships. And you this is a business. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. Send your records to people's DMs and, hey, support me or this and that. What's your email? And expecting, all this and that for people to do something for you when you need a service. Like I tell artists, it's a service-based industry. No different than the world is. We got to pay for everything. You want somebody to do something for you, of course, you have to pay because you need something. I guess the biggest thing, thus us being event planners or quote-unquote promoters outside everything else that we do or bring to the table, it's a lot of I don't really know what's going on. Just as far as dealing with the artists, like I said, the paid show situations. My situation is more so not with artists, and when I kind of we was like talking earlier. And generally, when I say, even with analytics and numbers, throughout the years, as far as in the city of Atlanta, and I mean more than 7. Of course, these individuals possibly getting booked. But you can look at their track record, and generally, which we know is two ways that artists generally get booked. If they got social media traction, they got a lot of folks, look like they're coming out with a big campaign, or you got other promoters that look at numbers on different platforms. They got millions, 10 millions, so it's different ways. So now, in my mind, I know if I see that, I possibly can get artists to open up for them, want to be there, for them on that particular situation. But generally, in the city of Atlanta, especially if you've been in the game a while, everybody know everybody. So we know everybody's, bookings, their fees, that's celebrity-wise, or, the ones that's possibly getting paid up and coming. But generally those ones that getting paid up and coming, they bringing people, not getting paid because their music is, also fire, or, everybody know they tune and they record and shit. So it's all, one, I don't think it's generally teaching on why different ways individuals get booked. Because I was having a conversation with somebody else, and they with a label, they don't, they don't know any of this information. So that's, of course, artist development. Nobody's teaching you. You got to sit down, got to learn, got to, be willing to listen to as well. So I don't know, what's kind of your intake?
I mean, I agree. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a lack of education, But, you got to do your due diligence as far as scouting, looking for artists that fit your criteria. And then it's more quality over quantity. I know back when I first started and got in the game, my goal was to run the numbers up. So, of course, I correlated running the numbers up with touching a lot of artists. But the longer I stay in the game, the more I realize it's really more about getting the most out of every artist. You know what I'm saying? Than it is to touch 1 million artists. You know what I'm saying? If you can touch a nice amount of artists and make millions with each one of them artists, So that's my goal, you know what I'm saying? Find good artists, educate them, put them in my network, in my circle, get money. They already educated, so the money gonna fall where it need to fall. And then just repeat the process and scale up. And, it's like school or sports, like a team. Like, you always gonna have a new class. Just keep repeating that shit with the new class.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, I can agree. A class with individuals that's willing to listen and learn, which is, of course, essential. And I feel like that's a major problem that we have as far as right now. Even with me talking to artists in my DM, you can just tell as far as a lack of education or they going off what they think versus, sitting down and taking the time to, again, like we talked about, be developed, to talk what's going on in the industry. Even with this, I see that, even some these labels that folks is with, I'm not saying they deter they artists from trying to work with other people. I think at times they might feel like, oh, that person might try to steal my artist. It's all type of things. You know what I'm saying, that folks could do certain situations, but it's crazy how none of the artists know who is who. They don't know nobody as far as who actually does what outside of just, invite them to the club.
Well, that just go back to the education part. But at the end of the day, the other side to that is, artists gonna be artists. That's why it's about the team you put around the artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, that team is supposed to know who's important. They're supposed to tell the artist, hey, you can't treat him like a nobody. That nigga got some power. He a plug.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but you mean who the artist puts around them to create the team. Because they're supposed to be hiring individuals to help them with their life. Because it's end of the day, they dream. So they're supposed to be researching and searching for the right people. It's very rare that somebody like thus you or me or anybody, of course, is being what we're doing, believes in the artist. Hey, come here. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, people generally have to research and find or ask around for individuals that can help, right?
Yes and no. Because, if you hot, you hot. And if you making noise, we gonna do our due diligence and always survey the field. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see who making noise.
For sure.
So the ones that's making noise, they don't really gotta search as much. We gonna find you. Mm-hmm. But if you ain't making noise and you think somebody finna come find you, you definitely need to be seeking us out.
Right.
And then when you come to it, like, what do you have to bring to the table? Because the days of taking artists from 0 to 100 is damn near extinct. And you got to realize, like, if you're not bringing in no profit, then you got to be paying for our time and our resources and our network.
Services.
Yeah, consulting. Like, management before you got something to manage or before you bringing in a profit, that's called consulting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I just made a post to struggling artists managing other struggling artists. It's wild.
I mean, that's like, when you, back in the day when they used to have the player coaches, like Bill Russell, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, not only was he on the Celtics, but he was coaching the Celtics.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of course he's going to put himself in when it's crunch time.
I think that's a little different, though.
I mean, it's the same thing with the artists. Like, if you still an active artist and you got artists signed below you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's rare that they gonna give the artists below them the better look.
No. See, you talk,
and then you saying struggling artists.
No. I'm talking about an artist with no credibility, no stature, who is generally don't nobody know, managing another independent artist that don't nobody know.
Well, they have no vision of the industry, and they're just really relying on that artist to show them what to do. Which,
but that's
lack of education. They should be coming to us, but
that's the blind leading the blind.
Yeah,
because they have a lack of education, and generally no artist in right mind would manage another artist when you're trying to, of course, like you said, get to a particular point. So you're struggling to get there, but trying to bring somebody else on your struggle.
Facts.
That doesn't make sense. So it's no different. Excuse me, when somebody, my major thing is when people tell me to talk to their manager. I think that's crazy.
Facts.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah. I mean,
if they're not a celebrity, like if they're not like.
But I mean, I can see where they coming from because they just trying to build structure in what they got going on. But I don't, it's the entertainment industry. It's a funny industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do everything by the book. You got to treat every situation as its own situation. Like, this person, you go to the manager. This person, you have the artist reach out directly so that that other person don't feel like how you feel.
I appreciate that you saying that, because at the end of the day, somebody has to teach that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's just like we talk about the booking. It's certain individuals that you don't tell that you get paid shows, or they have to pay you. Because it's no different than I feel like, even as far as what we do, what we got going on, the access things that we have to help you with your life is more beneficial than anybody coming out to one club or turning up, going crazy, making the whole thing look good. But then get what? Me or Cut got, a major show, but we know somebody that came out, they rocked out with us. Hey, look, got a situation for you. Woo. You know what I'm saying? We're going to put you on there, whatever. That's, of course, building a relationship in a consistency what's going on. That's generally what happens. Because it's like I tell artists, hey, no offense to nobody. When you in an industry that you need help, it's generally as a beginner, you bring nothing to the table. It's ain't no offense. So we can talk about clubs or venues, because again, when you're not being invited, we go anywhere else, everybody paying for a section, we paying for a bottle. They ain't doing none of that, what you get offered at any other clubs, because of course you're not a celebrity, they don't know you. You feel what I'm saying? So again, just end of the day, as of now, I feel like no different than what we do. We give opportunities for artists, for paid shows, but I just feel like everybody needs to be, especially in the club-wide situation, getting folks to come out and again, work with the event planners or folks, even folks that's been in the game. It shouldn't be a situation where you talk about you need money up front, you need this and that or demanding things when generally, even if you bring people, or, you say you bring 20, 30, 40, 50, which I know as a promoter, event planner, people is never guaranteed.
Facts.
All day. Folk got personal problem, the kids. People get sick, their grandma, all type of stuff. You might came out 50 deep. Friday, Tuesday, you just brought 5, 10 people. Mm-hmm. And we just paid you for nothing. Generally, we just paid you to look good, put money in your pocket, gave you bottles with a section, free people in, a main flyer, and we didn't make nothing out that. Like I said, I'm 40. Ain't none of my people come. So end of the day, let's make it make sense on both sides. You know what I'm saying? End of the day, we giving you the promo, we giving you the look. And generally when we post you, everybody see it. From magazines, DJs, other promoters, club owners, folks in different states. So it's all about exposure, opportunities and platforms. And even as far as what we do, we provide more celebrity content or local situations for artists to, get more as far as just coming to the clubs or, not really meeting nobody, can't greet nobody, or not particularly get an opportunity, to learn anything. So I feel like that's a value too as well. Just my personal opinion.
No, definitely. So, what I'm saying, before we get out of here, I ain't gonna talk you to death, you know what I'm saying? Just give you these gems and these plugs.
You put emphasis on that.
I
didn't know if you were talking about me.
Nah. Just know what I'm sayaying? Just gotta keep it realistic. Folks ain't got the longest attention span.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But real quick, for all the artists that's looking, if you can tell them, one thing that they should be doing right now that's gonna forward them in their career, what would that one piece of advice be on the closeout?
Building an audience, interacting and engaging with people to help you sell your product.
Bet. For me, right now in the game, I would suggest that all artists research direct to consumer distribution. And just to break it down a little more, it's several distribution platforms that's similar to like your TuneCore and your DistroKids and your CD Babies that don't work on a traditional streaming business structure where you can offer your music to your fan and give your fan the option to pay whatever amount that they feel like they want to pay, whether that's $1. Of course, you can set a minimum, you know what I'm saying? But you can set the minimum as low as $1 and let it be no ceiling or no cap. And, it's showing statistically where artists are averaging anywhere from like $30 to $40 per album, opposed to you streaming your album and getting a fourth of a penny for a stream. So, that's just my jam. DJ Cutthroat, I Love My Plug. This has been the I Love My Plug podcast. Who are you? Let them know who you is again.
Man, you already know it's your boy Julian Marshall, or Capo, AR the Streets, Capo the General. You know what I'm saying? Follow me at It's Me, Julian Marshall, on social media, man. You already know you find me all day.
Bet you already know DJ Cutthroat, DJ KU, 3 T's in the middle, HROAT, DJ Cutthroat. And we'll see you on the next podcast. I Love My Plug. Gutter.
Yeah.